Welcome to Attican Plays Port Royale 4. All right, hi, this is Attican and welcome to Series 2, Episode 5 of our Port Royale 4 closed beta playthrough of the Spain campaign. This is our second look at the Spain campaign, and this time we're playing as the adventurer. We played the first one as the merchant, and we're seeing much different gameplay by having a different character. We're seeing the development of our captains as they gain experience, which is very nice. So we have decent captains ready as we get into the combat mode. But we also see the tremendous limitation by having to buy trade licenses. It has greatly cut back on how expansive we can be, and it's kind of pointed us toward a much different strategy, which is cool, very cool, very, very cool. Now, several things. One is, if we look at the routes, I believe that one thing we can see here is the best routes are relatively short, can be done quickly, turn around quickly, and cover, a few towns. Now this is, there are 8 towns in this stop. There's really only 5 because we're going back and forth like this. But this route is extremely profitable, and I think that the biggest reason is that you kind of have to think of it as your travel to sales ratio, or sales to travel. So how often are you making sales versus how much time are you spending just floating along in the water spending money? Because when your ships are costing you money as they're running, and they're costing you money all the time, you want to be having activity where you're buying low and selling high as much as possible. That's why these shorter routes, where you can get to many towns quickly, are really profitable. And the reason they're really great, these little ones like this. Now we could have a big line like with the trader. Remember, we had a line that went all the way around this like this. And it was a good line too, but the reason it was a good line is, again, you're going quickly, town to town to town to town to town, all these French towns. You're getting a lot of activity. Well, this one is different, is similar and different. Similar because look at all the nice, how short hops to all these 5 towns we have in the line. But the other thing is, the reason I love this one is that it is a satisfaction machine for these towns. So we could think of this as a 5-city cluster, and we're building SAT. And what we'd want to do eventually, now in a campaign we won't have time to do that, because we have other things that they're going to ask us to do, and it's going to end on us quickly. But what you'd want to do is optimize these 5 cities so that all the goods are being produced in those 5 cities as much as possible. You'd love to have all the raw materials covered somewhere in these 5, and then have all the production of all the other items in that. And that way, this one route could just keep all 5 of those cities beautifully supplied, make tons of money. Life is good. So that's one lesson learned, is kind of, these are beautiful routes, these little ones. The Seville local making excellent money, and the Maracaibo local making excellent money. Same kind of a thing. It's one of those back and forth kind of routes. The Cabeza is making excellent money, and it's a similar setup. But then this guy here, our big long route between Seville and Maracaibo, it says cotton, but it's really taking cotton and tobacco. It is, according to this, losing money like crazy. So Mikowski sent me another comment saying that while he loved what we did in episode 3 to optimize and really force a lot of fame by force selling cotton and tobacco and coffee and cocoa into Maracaibo, by kind of sub-optimizing, if you will, from that point of view, to try to increase the profit of the lines, we cut down on our fame. Well, first of all, let's be accurate here. Our fame production is still very good. Okay, it's not as off the hooks as it was, but it's quite good. So this is working very well. But I will say this long line from Seville is bothering me, and one of the reasons I think it's, assuming that's correct, the only reason you can think of for that is what I was saying, that whole sell to ship ratio, the ships are going back and forth and not selling anything. They're carrying a lot of stuff and they're just carrying it back and forth. Total waste. So this one here, I'm going to compromise a little bit, and we're going to say, okay, in this guy here, I think, yeah, we still want to load the same way, but when we get to Maracaibo, we are going to sell at whatever price. So we don't care what the price is, we're going to sell it. And honestly, that's probably, considering we're any place that we're loading from a warehouse, this is probably a good tactic anyway, because loading from a warehouse, actually this one too, loading from a warehouse, that's the lowest cost you could possibly get, because that's stuff that you're producing yourself. So at least in this case, and we're not bringing stuff into our warehouse and moving it over. So these are all things we're producing in Seville. So selling them at whatever pricing is probably just fine. So let's see what happens to our route if we do that. In the meantime, we've got our military coming up. So we've got our military fleet heading to Seville, and they had just picked up some stuff that was floating around, some flotsam that was floating out there free. And what we want to do with it, I noticed right up here in Havana, I'm going to accept this. They want 45 cocoa. Well, look what's on our combat, cocoa. So we're going to divert our combat over to Havana and have them sell cocoa into Havana. So that'll be their job. And let me see what else. Oh, and then Ian noted that while we've done a better job with our exploring, look at all these towns, we don't have the Viceroy town for England. And I believe that's because I missed this little southern side of this island, and Santo Domingo is going to end up being right there. It is every other time we play. So let's see here, Maracaibo. We should have a ship. Yeah, we've got a bark and a fluke kind of sitting there idle. So we're going to take this bark, and we're going to tell this bark. And now, when I clicked on that, I think the interface should change. When I clicked on that, oh shoot, did I make it a? I didn't even. Sorry. Let me go back. Before I start preaching, let me make sure I did it right. Yeah, I did. What did I do with it? Where is it? Okay, well, what I was about to say is, if I go in there and pick a ship out of my dry dock, and it pops out here, that should be my active ship, not the combat that I used to be looking at, because obviously I want to work on that ship. So I was just about to send combat off to do a bunch of scouting. I didn't want to do that. I want this bark that we just pulled out of the harbor. So let's have it just go right along the coastline here. And you can go up there just in case there's something else, and end up back over here, because we know that's where Santo Domingo is. So we'll send that one off searching. I'm going to close it out and make sure I don't accidentally give it a different command. So what do we got? We got this one headed to Havana. That's right. We've got this one searching. Okay, let go of both of them. Now let's go find Attica again and look at that long route. There he is. What's he got? Okay, so we're going to watch him come into port. Now, what should happen now, because we do whatever pricing, he should sell all of this. There we go. And he's taking some stuff they could use in Seville back up. Okay. Now, our combat has reached Havana. So we need 45 cocoa in Havana. Or, yeah, cocoa, that's right. How could that only be 41? I thought I did much more than that. Let's try this again. There. Now we've got our fame points, and we can come over here to Seville. We can come over here to Seville and drop off all those goods at the warehouse. And we could run them down, you know, run them down to... oh, there's John Hawkins. Ooh. We might be able to catch... I don't think we'll catch him, but we're going to try. We're going to... drop those goods because they're not doing us any good. And we're going to look here, and hopefully there'll be a frigate and a corvette, absolutely. And we're going to make sure that we have sailors. We do, and we're going to attack, and we'll never catch him. See? No way. All right, so go out here. He's much faster than we are. So we're going to go right out here and go on patrol, and next time he comes around, we should grab him. So we now have a combat group that has 3 galleons, a frigate, and a corvette, and a level 5 captain who gives us a gunning bonus. So excellent. All right. Where's our other ship? Okay, our other ship has done its searching, found Santo Domingo. So what I want to do with it, so I don't have to look at it up here and keep pulling it up, I'm going to put it in Santo Domingo, in the port. I'm going to dry dock it in Santo Domingo, and now we have a bark here in Santo Domingo that we can use if we come up with any task we want to do in this area, like a search over in there or whatever. All right, so we have one group here, and that's our combat group. Let's see. Now, where are we? We have to build taverns and chapels, especially chapels. Got $1.5 million. Let's look at our main city here, Seville, first. We want to get the total workers in Seville up to at least 2,000 to grow the city to kind of 8,000 is sort of a plateau where you can put in a cathedral, and that's kind of your big city in this game, in this time period. So let's see. We should have we should have 100% employment. In other words, well, from the point of view of all of our job opportunities have been filled, so we need to create another 400 jobs. So that should be the first thing we do here in Seville, is create 400 jobs. What do we want? Cotton, we've got plenty. We could actually do, we could do cotton, tobacco, fruit. We're overproducing cloth. We could do actually some more clothing, although we probably have more of that than we really need. I think I'd like to just stick with some simple. Let's do another 4 cotton, or tobacco rather. Let's do 4 tobacco fields and put them 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 fruit. Okay, so there's 8. That should open up plenty of job opportunities in Seville, and then carefully watching this money, making sure I don't go crazy with it. I want to fill in the rest of this area with housing and inns and little communities. So let's put in an inn, a tavern, and a chapel and a hospital over here, and a market, I guess over here, and put in some housing like that. And then let's do that again. Let's put in, that is a hospital. What's that? That's a guest house. So that acts like a tavern, actually, I think. Well, that is a tavern. Never mind. I'm going to put a tavern and a chapel out here. Like that. And we'll put another market out here. And why don't we just let's put a playground in here. A park. And then let's fill it up with housing. And, oh no, I've spent all my money. That's bad. At least I didn't go negative. If you start going negative with your money, you might never come back. Because if your ships can't buy anything, they can't sell anything. See, we're negative right now. We've got to watch this. I think we're fine, but I almost overdid it there. Sorry, dear, we can't use you. Okay, while I'm here, I want to put in one more house right there, and I think we have filled up Seville. Needs a lot of wood, a lot of brick. Now, one thing that I don't like in what I've done here, we've got wood production in Sisal. So, see, we've got plenty of wood to draw from. So that we can always get wood and drag it over here. No problemo. But we don't have brick production. There is brick production in Havana, so we have access to brick, but we're not controlling it. And the problem is that the owner, the business owner here is not going to do the same job. See, 140. He's just going to do enough to keep himself happy. We would want to look at the whole route. So what we'd ideally like to do is actually have building permission here. But look at that cost, 1.275. It's a lot, but we'd like to have that and pump up brick production here because we could sell it, right through our whole route. Coal. They want coal. Do we have coal anywhere? Valladolid, no help. No help. We do have coal in Necoclí. Here's Hawkins, by the way. I'm going to watch this to see if Hawkins comes near us. No, he didn't. Coward. Necoclí has coal. So what we could do, I think, is take... who's the one that wanted coal? Is it already expired? Are you kidding me? Oh, never mind. Nobody wants coal. So, so what do we got? What do we got? I do see one thing I want to do. I want to move this fleet out a little bit into more open water. And patrol there. We got big ships. We don't want them fighting in shallow water. I don't know for certain that the turn-based fighting takes that into account, but I gotta think it does. All right, so Seville is looking pretty happy. Got a lot of construction going on. Let's build up some money and we can do some construction somewhere else. In Riohacha or Cartagena. Now that plague is actually a great opportunity for us. I mean, we could take, there's a plague. That means they need a lot of wood, a lot of cloth. And we could take ships. Do we have any ships in dry dock here? Yeah. All right, we're going to go here. We're going to go buy a bunch. Well, first of all, got to make sure I'm looking at the right one. So again, I picked 4 more, but I'm still looking at the other one. I don't like that. We're going to go look at the city and see if we can, out of the warehouse, get some cloth. We can. Let's get a whole bunch of cloth out of that warehouse. And then let's go over to Sisal. And get a whole bunch of wood. And let's take all that to the plague. And we will inundate them in that stuff, but just the same. Boom, and 130,000. Okay, so that was worthwhile. And let's call this guy as our utility fleet. Utility convoy. I wish you could take them and kind of... I wish I didn't have to break them up, you know, just... what am I trying to say? I wish you didn't have to dry dock them, that you could just kind of make them inactive so they don't show up. My thing is this whole counter up here. I want to go through my stuff. I don't want a bunch of ships up here, but that's okay. Okay, we're building up Seville big time. Should be. They need a lot of bricks in Seville. Let's go over and see if we can't get some bricks in Havana. Got nothing better to do. Let's go to Havana. No, you're not there yet, are you? Sorry. Oh, I saw that other ship go in there. I do that all the time. I'm thinking about one. I've just got to learn that in this game, what you see is not what you get. So when you see a ship coming into there, that doesn't mean it's your ship. Bricks, bricks, bricks. Let's get some bricks. Take them to Seville. We still need bricks. Take them all. And dump those in there. And how are we looking now? We need bricks. This is what I'm saying about we really could use that license over here and have brick business so we're producing more bricks. Take them all. Oh, here's a fight. Is it going to let us enter it? Yeah, all right. Just happened to be looking. I wish they would tell us. I wish they would tell us. All right, so now, okay, we're going to have a fight. So we have a level 12 captain versus our level 5, but they only have 4 ships, and no big deal. Looks like their top ship, I think that's a ship of the line. So it's going to have one heavy-duty ship in there. But we have 5 ships. We have more guns, more sailors. Unless I screw this up, we should do just fine. So here we go into our first battle. All right, so the first thing I want to do is look at, you know what? They don't have a ship of the line. I take that totally back. They just have frigates. You can tell by the tactics he has available. All he has are the reload, which is a frigate characteristic. But see, we have a more mixed bag. We have the repair, carpentry, repair from our captain, and we have ready to board from our captain. We have smoke from that Corvette. This one right here is a grenade. That's on a timer. We can't do it right away. If we could do it right away, you'd wipe the enemy out. But the grenade, I'll show you that when we get a chance. And then we have a reload because we have a frigate. So now, one of the keys to the game is to find a way to. One of the things you want to try to be able to do is shoot twice with each ship, because you get a turn with each ship, and they have guns on the right and they have guns on the left, and you want to try to find a way to maneuver so that you can shoot twice, either twice at the same ship or whatever. But you want to get off at least two shots. So what we're going to do, if I move this over like this, it says, okay, you're going to fire from the right hand side. So that's perfect. We're going to take our first ship here and fire from the right hand side. Now we want to fire from the left, but if we go right up here and say, okay, we're going to fire at him, you can see we're going to get a shot from our left hand side. So there, we just did as much damage with that galleon as we could, because we got a good strong shot in on two different ships. So his turn is over. You can see there's no green, there's no place he can move to. You can only move to the green cells. So he's done, and he has no movement points. So let's just quickly cover that. I hope I don't think I've done it. Have I done this before? No, I don't remember. I'm getting all my practice play and the videos confused. Sorry. So I'm going to go over this again, and if it's redundant, forgive me. 36 is the power of the ship. You can see the galleon has more powerful, very powerful cannons versus the 24 for the frigates, 22 for the corvette, 24 for our frigate, 36 for our other two galleons. So there's that. And the overall power rating, I think, is a combination of the cannons and sailors. If we hover over it, we can see on that lower left the health of the galleon and the number of sailors and the number of 36. That 36 is the number of cannon. So that's his power from the cannon. Now if we go over here to this guy, we can see that he has 109 sailors. He lost some, and 24 guns, which matches that right there. So we want to watch that sailor count, because I'm actually going to do something different after I showed you that, but we're going to change tactics here. All right, we'll go to the next ship. He moves over and gets a shot off on us, and then he moves over here. There, now he did a good job because he got two shots off. He got a shot off on that one, shot off on that one. But notice much less damage. So our turn, our next guy is this guy back here. And I'm going to switch to the canister shot. And we're going to take a shot at this guy. And now if you'll look, see his count of sailors? He's down to 40 sailors. So we shot the small, like grape shot, or canister shot, into his vessel and killed a lot of his sailors. So our idea is we're going to cripple these ships pretty soon. Now you can see he has no movement points left. There's nothing else he can do. So we'll go to the next guy. Now he's going to move in the middle and probably get off two shots. Yeah, good job by him. He got a shot off on each side. Now which one are we? We're this guy here. We're going to switch him to canister shot. And we're going to attack this guy with the canister. Now we've got him down to 0. He has no sailors, so, you know. Then we're going to attack, which one? Let's attack this guy with the canister. All right, so we killed off some of his sailor. He's way down too. I think this canister is way too effective. Next ship. Okay, he got off two shots. Good job. We've got this guy. How many sailors you got? 44. We're going to take a canister shot at you. Now he's down to 32. Then we're going to go around where we can use our left-hand guns to shoot at this guy. He's at 0. I might not have even needed to do that. So he's ready to be boarded. This one is not. This one is not. This one is almost. So we've got 2 we're almost ready to board. Okay, go. Okay, he's getting off a shot. He got off 2 shots. Good job. Now it's this guy back here. This is a Corvette. I think with the Corvette, we've got 107. He's our weakest shooter anyway, so we're going to board this there. So we just boarded that ship, and because we greatly outnumber him, he's got nothing, we've got 107, we will take over that ship. So our little Corvette is grabbing that frigate right there. And let's go to our next ship. He gets off a shot. Now it's our turn with this guy. We're going to go with the canister. Try to kill off his crew. Killed off a lot of his crew. And let's see if we can't get off a shot. Does he have any crew? Yeah, let's kill off the rest of his crew. So he's got nothing. He's got a few, and he's still got some activity. Next ship. So he's going to attack our ship that's actually doing a boarding, but he's got no folks. So we're going to have this frigate. It's our next weakest, if you will. We're going to have it board. We're going to have it move to right here, and next turn it will board. If it can catch him. Okay. All right, so we're back to this cannon, and we now have our grape shot. I don't have a great place to use it because he's too spread out. But if we, I'll tell you by example. He can shoot at 2. See if I go grape shot. He can shoot into any of these red fields, so he can shoot out 2 away from it. But wherever he hits, like if I shot right here, if I shot that guy with grape shot, I'd actually do more damage to my own fleet because it's going to damage this and all the cells around it. So we would do big damage to him, but we would damage our own ships all the way around. Well, actually, that's not true. This is one where, yeah, this is enemy ship that we're boarding. We don't want to shoot that. But I don't want to waste the opportunity to shoot this thing. So I'm going to just shoot it right out here in front of him so that we can damage these cells right here. See, notice the damage we did on him? And that's just a free shot. Now we can turn around and shot. And let's sink this one and capture the other 2 just to, to show everything we could possibly do here. So let's go ahead. Let's go with the solid shots and clobber him. He's almost sunk. Let's just move right there. Okay. And next ship. Who is it? It's this guy here. Let's do grape shot into him. He's got no soldiers. We can't switch to board yet. I think we're just going to sit right there and go next ship. Okay, whose turn is it? It's this this turn. I'm going to move this one up in position to board this ship. And next. Now let's just take a moment and compare this to PR3. For those of you who've played PR3. PR3, to me, the fastest ship won. Period. If you had the fastest ship, like if you had a bark with weapons, which they allowed in that one, you could sail that bark in front of the enemy convoy, get them to chase you, and then just turn and fire and keep running. And you could do that forever and slowly just kill off the enemy, and almost never, unless you really goofed up, you would never take a shot. You would never take a hit. You would just annihilate him. And then you could just go in, you could pick him apart. First of all, you would throw the chains out there and slow him down, and then you would kill off all his crew, and then you could sink him or board him or whatever you wanted to do. That was one way of doing it. The other way to do it was if you had 3 ships and they had 3 ships, you could just set all 3 of your ships to the chain, Mel, the chain that destroyed their masts, and then just run on fast forward until you had them all slowed down. Then you switch all your ships to the grape shot, the crew killing stuff, and kill all their crew, and then you board them all and you win all the. It was boring. I think some people loved it. I thought it was really, really boring. So this guy here has no crew. We would like to board. And we'll just wait. Next ship. This little guy's going to get his last hurrah in before he gets sunk. Okay, whose turn is it? It's this one. So we're going to sink the ship. Bye-bye to you. We want to capture this guy. Can we board? No, we can't. We'll just go next ship. It's this one, and I want him to board this ship. There we go. So we've got them all boarded except that one. Next ship is, whoops, I actually skipped a turn there. I didn't mean to. We'll set him to board right there. There we go. So we took him out. We captured 3 of his 4 ships, killed everybody, barely lost any sailors because we picked up some of his. Some of them decided to surrender, I'm sure. And so, okay, big victory.
You did not really think I was actually on board that convoy, did you? But I can see that my actions are not yet having the desired effect. So I am going to have to redouble my efforts.
That scoundrel. So, we have not gotten rid of him yet. And what is he up to now? Be on your guard.
All right, so what we want to do, make sure we're pointing to the right one. We're going to, now this is interesting. We've got 2, 4, 6, we've got 8 ships there. And watch this, we will be able to sell them into the harbor. But I can tell you that we won't be able to sell them back out because we don't have enough command points to command that kind of a convoy. So what we're going to do here is sell off, whoops, take that back. First we're going to take the frigates that he had out of, we can only command 4 ships, so we're going to do, or 5, so we're going to do 3 galleons, a frigate, and the corvette. And we're going to take some of those out of our combat, and then we're going to repair combat 1, and we're going to sell those 3 frigates. So there. Now that's one way that your Navy can pay for itself, by capturing a lot of ships and bringing them back and selling them off, or using them, to build up a bigger Navy if that's what you need. So our utility convoy has bricks. He can go to Seville and sell those bricks. How is Seville looking? Oh, we've really built Seville up now. Got 7,800 people. We've got some housing. Satisfaction's decent. It's not awesome. Are we still building? We could even have more taverns and chapels. I don't know how many you're really supposed to have in this game, but it seems like you could do a lot. So where are we? We need more chapels. All right, we've had our successful battle. What we're going to do now, Hawkins isn't gone. He wasn't actually on that convoy. So we're going to let this run until combat is ready. And we're going to make sure that combat has enough sailors. And they do. And we're going to put them right back out here in the deeper water and put them on patrol. And see, that's the thing we would hit to go to pirate mode. So we could go into pirate mode and maybe an English vessel would come by and we could attack it and plunder it. That would be a way to make money. But we would lose fame if we did that because people would look down upon us. All right, so I think I'll let this run till we have $1 million, and then we'll go do some more stuff, some more building. Don't need you. All right, well, that was fast. We got $1 million. All right, which town do we want to mess with? Okay, Cartagena has problems. Let's mess with them. More residences. Perfect. Just what we want. How many businesses? Okay, 1560. If we do another 400 in Cartagena, we could even put a cathedral there. At least we would kind of max out the city. Tavern and Chapel, they don't have good coverage, so that's perfect. All right. Let's Chapel. Man, when I've got Chapel in my hand, show me where my chapels are. Come on, show me where my coverage is. Can't build. Well, Cartagena is very limited where we can build. We'll put one down here. And I'm going to put an inn down here, or a tavern down here. Shoot. That clicking doesn't work just right. Okay. I want a tavern. There. The click and the grabbing of that is slower than my mouse, I guess. So I'm a lot of times I do click on it, but I'm not actually grabbing it. So would a chapel help here? Yes, it would. Chapel goes there. Would a tavern help here? No, it wouldn't. That's a tavern. So let's put a house in there. Put residence right here. And over here, let's see, would a chapel help? Yeah, it would. So we'll put a chapel here. And in a tavern there, a market here, and houses out there. And I gotta watch that money. So I'll just stop right there and let the money build back up and let this get started. Now what we can do is take our utility over here to Caracas. Caracas has tool, metalwares, and bricks, so our utility convoy can go over here. Now we actually have, yeah, I'm going to do that. But we do have other ships we could use, I think. Well, I think we have a ship in Maracaibo, but we'll send utility over there. New task. He wants us to grow Cahuita. I don't understand this reference to Taylor because we're not doing anything there. But anyway, he wants us to grow from nothing to 2,400. Wow. We could do that, but I don't think we actually need to. Where are we on fame? 49. We've got 35 already so far this month. Doing fine. Okay. Let's follow our utility fleet over to Caracas.
The Buccaneer is gone, and we will not miss his strange British humor. Now you can once again devote yourself entirely to our sacred colonies.
Ah, crap. It gave us an... I know I bitch about this all the time, but tell me these battles are coming so I can go have fun playing them. We did an automated here and kind of kicked his butt. He had more power than we did, so I'm thinking that's all programmed. That's just the way it works. You catch him once, you beat him or lose either way. Second time you're going to beat him and get rid of him, but I would have rather fought that out just the same. So now we've got him gone. We don't have any pirating or anything, so let's send our combat back in here. What do we want to do with them? I think what we're going... Well, let's do repair them. We'll repair them and then we'll probably put them in dry dock and move our captain to something else. Let's go over here to Caracas, find utility. Okay, let's find this utility convoy. No thanks. Okay. And we want to buy bricks and metalwares. And we want to take those over to Cartagena where we're doing a bunch of building. And you can see our basic line is already just about taken care of them. So we could have just waited and done about as well. Which is nice to know because that just saves you a lot of hassle, a lot of micromanagement that you don't need to do. All right, so we're going to take this little fleet. Let's put them in Maracaibo and let them just sit. They could, they could go get some more bricks. Go get some more bricks. And what do you want? They want tobacco. We'll accept that. And I think we'll have them go here first. And steal some tobacco from Maracaibo. Yeah. Because it's not going to make us go negative on the fame. We'll get some tobacco in Maracaibo. We'll take the tobacco to Caracas and fulfill that one. And then we'll grab the bricks in Caracas and take them back to Cartagena where we're building. Okay. There we go. Got some fame. And I'm going to max out on those and max out on bricks. Take what I can, because we want to do Riohacha next in terms of building.
After a day of mindless work and toil, the worker wants to forget. And so that his children do not have to see this, the Lord in heaven created rum and tavern. Blessed is the one who fulfills the Lord's plans.
Okay. Now let's just see, what do they need. They need the bricks. They don't need the tools. So I'm going to hang on to the tools for Riohacha. The bricks, you can have the bricks. Okay, good. So now Cartagena is in good shape. Now we're going to go over to Riohacha and do some damage there. We need some more chapels. 5 more. And Seville, what do they have? Okay, somebody close to St. Augustine, Florida is lost. So let's go to Santo Domingo and grab our ship out of dry dock. There we go. And go up here to St. Augustine with crap. See there, I know I keep making the same mistake, but I really think if I clicked on that ship, that should be my active ship. Now, I know it was a vessel when I clicked on it, and that's probably their challenge, but that's getting a little irritating. I know it's my fault, but I recommend that change to the developers. If I click on a ship and bring it out as a convoy and want to use it, it should be my active ship. So I'm going to stop right there on that little flub, and when we come back, we'll keep going with this and knock this thing off. We're just about done, and it seems to be going pretty well. I mean, it seems like I think we're ahead of the pace of last time. I couldn't swear to that, but we seem to be doing just fine. So I hope you're enjoying this. I'm enjoying playing it, and we'll see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it'll help us all become better players. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for our next Port Royale 4 video. Thank you.